Beauty hers, shine a light on whatever's working. I need to turn your camera up because you just messed up my intro.
I didn't know you were going to do that. Next time you should warn me. This is my natural reaction.
I don't want you to be one, but hello to everyone who's listening. Welcome to another episode of Truth Carpet. I am Unique Love here with my best friend.
Simone Loud, aka Monie, Mo to the what it do. Hope y'all feeling good because I'm feeling good. Period. Yes.
So I started off singing that song for a specific reason because of our topic for this episode. But before we get into that, the way we start off our podcast is with a check-in. So it's feeling beautiful, feeling great. What's going on with you over there?
Great. I got a lot going on with me because, life is good. I think the most recent thing that has happened to me since the last episode, I was spending a lot of time prepping for the end of the year showcase at the school. For those of you that don't remember or have never known, aside from teaching film, I also teach step after school. I'm a step coach. So my girls performed their final performance, all 14 of them on stage. They shut it down. They did what needed to be done. It was great. I was so proud of them. It was a lot of hard work, sweat, maybe a little bit of tears, making sure that they were ready to pull off this performance. Because baby, it has been a time. It has been a time, but I am proud of them. I'm proud of myself. And one of the craziest things about it is when people see the performance, they'll be like, "You taught them all of that?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm the coach. What do you mean? Who else taught them? Coach, who else would have taught them these moves?" Yes, that was me, but they put in the work to do what needed to be done. So that made me super excited. And then aside from that, each one of my grade levels, they also presented something at the showcase. My 7th grade film class, they shot a short film in honor of Caribbean Heritage Month, which was really good. It was my first class that has actually successfully finished a whole short film. So that was nice to see. People really enjoyed it. And my 5th graders, they had poems that they recorded and presented. And it was really nice because the whole thing was Caribbean heritage. So it was nice to see like everybody's Caribbean cultures being represented. I have posters up of my 5th grade class with their flag representation of where they're from. And then there were different flags that the sports class had made. And then the dance team performed, the cheer team performed. And then there were grade levels, each grade level dance class, they also performed. And then the art class, they helped make the costumes for the show. So it was really nice. It all came together. It was very stressful beforehand. And it was just a lot going on that week. I think I was getting home around 8 o'clock every day. I'd be up at 5. Like, baby, it was a long week, but in the end, it was truly worth it to see it all come together. Because other than that, your girl ain't been doing much. Your girl has not been doing much other than having prepped for that show. I think also too, I've been trying to find time to like feed into myself, because I do think when it comes to things like that and it's down to the wire and anxiety inducing, things seem like it's not coming together. You're trying to rush to figure things out, forgetting to like pour into myself. So I definitely took some time for myself. Yesterday, I slept in. I took a nice bath. I cleaned my space, like bathroom, kitchen, bedroom. I even finally got a chance to put my brand new shelves up in my bathroom. Motor Builder is back. That made me feel good, because I think I've had those shelves for like 2 weeks now, and I just haven't had the time to actually like do the thing. So that made me feel good. Oh, I even put some shelves up in my shower. So that was nice too. So just making sure that I feed into myself. I need to remind myself when I have a lot going on to just stop, breathe, relax, you know? And then we saw Beyonce. I almost forgot that we went to go see Beyonce. That's how much I've been having all this stuff going on. I did take a break and we went to go see Beyonce. I hung out with you for the first time in forever. I don't think I've seen you since before I went to Uganda, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, my mic is up because I keep trying to clear my throat.
Girl, you gonna talk? When you got your mouth?
I don't know if it was a pause or nothing. The way you were holding your face.
I've not seen you since April, or have we seen each other in between that time?
Oh, I didn't know that was a real question. I thought you were going to continue talking,
No,
but I don't know. I think maybe, yeah, the last time I saw you was when I was at your house, but it doesn't feel like that to me because I see you on camera We talk throughout. We talk every day. To me, it counts. Some people don't get to see each other, so to me, like I have to actually think about. I can't actually say, "Oh yeah, this exactly was the last time." So I believe no, that was not the last time I came to your school to give you a hug.
Oh yeah,
And
you
I
did.
saw your children practicing. Yep.
See, this is why I need a reminder. That's why I asked you.
But I say every interaction counts because some people don't even have that. Some people, quote unquote, are too busy to even check in with people or send a text message or send like we do those things to make sure we keep tabs with each other. Yes, it's not 100% the same, but yes, it does count.
It counts, but I was just speaking in terms of actually hanging out in person.
Excuse me. So I did want to say shout out to you for the work that you've done with the children. It's a lot. And while you were speaking, I was thinking about my experience. I think I only did it for 1 year with a step team, but my step team was high school and they were like super eager and like very hands on. Because when you said people were asking, did you teach them all of that? When you have children who are more experienced with step and like more creative and things like that, it's not an age thing, but like sometimes they help and they help to create certain movements and things like that. But that is a difference. And it is helpful when you can at least have one or two people on your team to help you to create a routine. But generally speaking, when things come to school, you don't see, as an audience member, you don't see all the work that goes into it and trying to put things together. It's really difficult. It's really hard, whether you're a part of that step team or whatever the creative part is. You just see the end result. So I came, like I said, to one of your practices and to see what I saw in person, to see the moodiness in their faces and the lack of energy and them not being in sync to seeing what I saw on stage. I felt like it was going to come together anyway, because how somebody is in practice versus how they are on stage. Yes, you have to know what you're doing, but the energy, I knew that was going to come. They just have to work on the choreography, I guess I'll say, like putting it all together and being in sync. But congratulations to you and pulling that together.
Thank you.
Did you have anything else you wanted to share?
Not that I can think of right now. And that's all that's been happening in my life, school and the performance.
Well, the highlight of my week has been Beyonce, and I'm so sad that I'm done counting down the days because I was like with my friend Barbara every some days, or well, at first it was like every few weeks, and then every some days it's like, girl, you got your outfit, you got this, you got that. What day you doing that? Like it was just so exciting, like to build up that energy, like the Beyonce, the Beehive energy was so much fun. And I'm a person when it comes to anything, I do not like spoilers. So when it comes to movies, concerts, anything, if I have a ticket to enjoy something, I don't want to see any reels, anything. The only thing I did see was Rumi, like a little footage, a little thing of Rumi. But everything that we enjoyed during the concert was fresh. Like I viewed with fresh eyes. And I really regret that when she had the show on that Wednesday, I was in the mood to go to another concert. But then by the time I got home from work, I was tired and it was raining. And I was like, yeah, okay, I don't need to go. But I would have loved to go to her concert and not record anything and just be locked in and just see with full eyes, not like, with my camera. I probably still would have my camera because I love Beyonce. But yeah, that was very, very exciting. Aside from that, it's been work and Netflix and also some self-care regarding, I got my eyebrows done. Just got a little bruises because I literally just got them done yesterday. And I went to the chiropractor and got my back cracked. I went to the company that Monie went to. So thanks for the recommendation. Because I told y'all, if y'all listen to the last episode of that experience, the cost of it. So when I went, most of my tension was in my neck, which I thought, because I wasn't able to like fully turn my neck. And what I learned was that because of the pain in my neck and everything and the tightness, it trickles down your spine to where I was having the other pain, which was my lower back, my buttocks, and my hips. I thought, I thought it was because with work, I walk a lot. It's not just the commute, it's like between clients and everything. Like, I don't take my car to work, so I'm on my feet. I get at least 14,000 steps in a day. just walking, and I'm not just like standing and stuff. I'm literally walking and fast paced and everything. And I also got some new sneakers. I got some Oasis, or is it called Asics? I don't know, but they're like some walking sneakers that should help me. But also, when he tried to crack my back, he was like, "Oh, you're so tight, you're so tense," and I was like, "I know." So I didn't hear the when he did that, but he kind of like had me do interlace my fingers, put my head on the top of hands on top of my head, and he stood behind me, put his butt in my back, and was like, and I was like, "Ah, I'm in pain, I'm in pain." But it was like a pain that relieved the pain, so I just like a soreness kind of. But I did end up buying a package because I know, like I said before, I was going frequently, and I really believe, aside from standing and walking, because I'm top heavy and I don't have a strong back, I don't be working on my back. That's where a lot of my pain comes from. So I think it will be beneficial to keep going every other week for the first few weeks to see how things are going.
Yeah, I'm
And
ready for another one myself. Shoot. Like, it's time for me to go back. I've been on my feet a lot as of late. It's time to go get it cracked.
and my last update is my mom and I went to go make wallets yesterday. Wallets. We went to I hope I don't say this incorrectly. We went to a brand called Yusofiani in Jersey City, New Jersey. And it was such a fun time because if you know me and my mom, we love purses. We love purses. Like I have my purses inside acrylic boxes. Like how people have their shoes in boxes, I have my purses, most of them, well, some of them, inside the boxes. And it's just like a keepsake to me. So I thought it would be cool to celebrate my mom's birthday by making our own genuine leather. So we created wallets. This is my wallet. It's a 3-slot wallet. So here's a slot, there's a slot, and then there's a slot on the back.
Cute.
And you get to pick out every piece of leather that you want to use, the thread that you want to use. I never knew that people painted the top parts and the side, like the outside of leather. I didn't know. I thought that was just the leather finishing, Like, I was like, wow. And then when we were stitching the wallet, we had to cut the wallet, the leather, we had to stitch it, we had to paint it, there's a lot, girl. I understood why that class was 3 hours. I was like, oh my God, now I have such a great appreciation for wallets because I was always, for a long time, actually, I never bought a wallet.
What?
I never bought a wallet. All the wallets that I have were gifted to me.
Oh, I'm like, you do have wallets.
I have wallets, but they were all gifted to me. And I'm a person that I just thought it was silly to pay for something to put my money in.
What you gonna put it in?
In the little slot that's in the purse. But now I'm like, okay, this makes sense why wallets cost around $150 and up. Like, you got to get the stitching correctly. It has to be like nice and neat, and it's hard. Like you poking the holes by yourself. You're threading it by yourself. One time I put the thread in wrong because you're using 2 needles to go in and out, and I'm like, I think I went out. I got to pull it back. I didn't want to tell the lady, but without saying too much, she's on TikTok. She's on Instagram. I'm sure many people have seen the workshop before. She owns it herself. It's a woman-owned, Armenian-owned business. So if you're ever in Jersey City, if you're in New York, Jersey is close, not far, depending on what part of those states you're in. But yeah, shout out to her. You can make wallets, purses, a passport book, different things. So check a belt I saw. So check it out. Yes, it's very cool. I look forward to going again.
Dang, that made me want to go make me a passport book. I still got some traveling to do for the rest of the year, baby. Come on.
Yes.
I actually don't have like a passport book. I think I've bought people one, but I've never actually bought one for myself. I feel like I need one.
Yeah, shout out to my Hello Kitty book. If I didn't have that, I probably would have made a passport book. But yeah, it was a fun experience, and I recommend that. I recommend a chiropractor, and I recommend, as always, Beyonce. And
Yes.
without further ado, that's it for our check-in.
All right, I am going to jump into the rundown for season 6, episode 8. So first up in the icebreaker, Yaya and I are going to be playing a fun little icebreaker. if we were a wrestler, what would our name be? What would the intro music be? Don't know why we're doing this, but it should be fun. So tune in so you hear that. Then heading on over into Suite 223, the Poetry Suite. I'm going to be giving you a piece of poetry written by me. So make sure you tune in to hear a new piece. Then heading on over into the calf, our hot topic is all about beauty standards and upkeep, skin, hair, body, the things that we pay for, the things that we need, the things that we would get rid of, the things that we don't need no more. What are we skipping? What are we keeping? So make sure you tune in for all things beauty and upkeep. Then we are skipping over the dorm stories and heading straight into the announcements because our beauty and upkeep is all about our personal experiences. In the community news, make sure you tune in all the way to the end so you never miss out on anything that Love Loud has for YOU. Ooh. And that is the rundown for this here episode, period. And without further ado, we're now going to head into the ice breaker.
It's time to break the ice on the mic. Okay, so as you heard in the rundown, Monie and I are going to be talking wrestling.
I don't even watch wrestling.
I think this came from when we were looking up topic ideas. This is one of our Google searches. If you were a wrestler, what would your name be, and what do you think your intro music would be?
You go first.
Okay. It's so hard because I'm a person that comes with a lot of nicknames, and I think the best name to give me for call and response purposes will be Yaskis. The name Yaskis came from 2008, I think, no, 2009, second semester freshman year, when one of our friends from Cali, called me Yaskis because they used to say ski in Cali. So they put the ya and ski together and then just added the Z. So I think every time wrestling was on, we would watch wrestling inside my grandma's bedroom with all the boys, and I know some so it's hard to pick my own song, jabroni. Like it's hard, to pick my own thing. So I think I would have to sit down. Like, hopefully, I'm a good wrestler that I could get an opportunity to like sit down with Missy Elliott or Beyonce or somebody like that. Like that gonna cost a lot of money to pick a beat that sound like so good because I don't want to be in trouble. It's a lot that goes into music that they're like, oh, you took this snippet from this song and da 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 da, whatever. But if Beyonce, maybe it could be like a buzz sound like.
So your costume gonna be a bee?
No, I don't know what my costume will be. I think it would be like a baddie costume. I'll really have to work on my stomach though. Like something that's like urban but not too uncomfortable um to wear while I'm beating people up or getting beat up. But yeah, I don't know what my theme song maybe. That's my song. I snorted.
At least you got your own beat.
Yeah. I don't gotta pay Missy Elliott or Beyonce anymore.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, I guess it's my turn. So I kind of did what you did. I took one of my nicknames and I just mixed it with something else.
Okay.
My wrestler name, mind you, let me say this first. I don't know anything about wrestling other than The Rock and China. That's it. I've never
No, that makes sense because you have all girls in your family. Not that girls don't watch it, but you have all pretty girls, like girly girls in your families.
have brothers. Anything I know from wrestling is probably like boys at school that had little wrestling toys or something like that. I never watched WWE, SmackDown, nothing. I know what it is though, but I never actually sat and watched it. Actually, Tiki was into wrestling at one point in time. I don't know if she still is, but anywho, that's a story for another day. So I know nothing. So combining my nickname Monie and Mayhem, I would be Monie Mayhem, and I'm about to come in and I'm gonna shut it down and cause chaos.
I
Period.
like that.
Monie Mayhem in the building. What's my favorite word? Yeah. That's not my favorite song though.
Before you play your intro song, this should be like a big boom, like an earthquake since you're from Cali.
Earthquake is good. A big boom for earthquake. That's good. I'm shut the table. All right. All right, but thinking about intro song, when I saw it, I was like, the first song that came to my mind, I was like, well, I guess that would work. So my intro song would be Trina, the baddest bitch.
Oh, I didn't know we could use real songs. Okay, you got that.
Now to that, I mean, I didn't think to make my own intro music. I was like, whatever song came to mind first, I was like, yeah, I'm the baddest. And I'm coming to shut it down. Monie Mayhem in the building. What's good? What's up?
I like your name.
I'm about to be all on the ropes. What's good? Yeah. I
I
I
gotta
don't
come up with a
rest.
little dance too. What the people gonna do in the audience so they look like in sync when I come out. That'll be so dope. Like, it's so nice when you see the crowd like participating. So I think it was a month ago now. I took my little nephews to a wrestling show,
Mhm.
and it's so cool when the audience knows you. They know your jargon. They know your name. They shout your name. They do like certain like mm, mm. As like I'm outside the club trying to get in, looking at them like, and my nephew's so hype and stuff, and seeing the audience. That's so cool. So that's how I want. Like, what's the dance gonna be for Yaski's? I gotta think of that. That's the for the baddest. The baddest. That's your dance.
I'm twerking. I'm doing front rolls. I'm doing cartwheels. I'm doing all the
No,
things.
what you gonna have the people doing? They're gonna be twerking in the audience.
Yep, they gotta turn around and shake that ass.
Or you could have bounce that, shake it down to the floor.
Hey, tea and cake, no more. Monie Mayhem's in the building. Shake that ass like an earthquake.
That's
Make it.
how it earthquakes because they shaking their butts. It's all
My,
coming together.
I'm smashing faces with my booty.
Like Rakishi. Oh my god.
With ass, yes.
My face hurts from laughing, bro. We gotta move on to the next segment.
On my boobs.
Bone Crusher. That was a rapper.
Child, that's a good
Oh,
intro.
that's a good song.
That's a good one too.
Yeah. That's a good intro song.
That was funny. Wow. I'm never wrestling though, just to make that very clear. I have no
Yes,
interest
no.
in wrestling. But I might dress up as one for Halloween and call myself Monie Mayhem. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, that would be cute.
A cute little wrestler outfit.
Yes. So if you're listening to our podcast, let us know if you were a wrestler, what would your intro song be and what would your name be? And if you want to tell any more details of like crowd control and all that other stuff, let us know. I think this was fun. It was so random, but I like
Add your signature move.
I like when our icebreakers are fun and corny and quirky and stuff like that. That was fun.
Random.
Yes. Thanks for listening.
Without further ado, let's head on over into Sweet 223. Hey y'all, you are now tuned in to Sweet 223, the Poetry Suite for Truth Carpet. Today it is I, Simone, that's going to give you some poetry on this here episode. All right, so sit back, relax, and let the words move you. So the piece that I'm going to do today is actually one that it's a new one. I'm kind of workshopping it, but I like to share to see what the feels is, what it's given. I'm not sure if it's done yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and just share what I've been working on. So brace yourselves. They told me to bear my beauty, but don't bear the weight of where it came from. See, I am the ancestor of drums, from a line of women who walk through fire without smoke on their lungs. They want me to reign like a queen. So when I cry, it rains power from my eyes. They try to tell me I'm too much when I rise, too loud, too proud, too textured, too black. But this crown, baby, it don't fold. It snaps back. Rocking a snapback or a bucket hat, it don't matter. They'll still try to make me the latter, saying break the mold, but when I break, they say I'm too slow, like I missed the moment. But the opportunity was never mine. And my mind knows why I choose to grind because they want my glow, but not my grief. Want the fruit, but not the root. Want the woke, but not the truth. But I come from women who don't crack. We continue to breathe. Split silence open, rocking natural hair and weave. See, these braids, they ain't just hair. They are keys. They are the air to the stories whispered in the Louisiana breeze. Every braid, a prayer. Every part, a map. Every kink, a code. Through adversity and resilience, we grew bold. They tried to comb us into shape, but our dignity they couldn't take. See my melanin, my sweet hue? You tried to hew me down to pieces just to build you. Say I'm too dark to be delicate, too bright to be ignored. But I'm the storm they prayed would pass. And still, thanks to my ancestors, I pour. I see the glass half full. So don't tell me to tone it down while you row in your boat in waves my ancestors made, while you trace rows and cornrows and call it a phase. This ain't fashion. This is a fight. This is what burning the midnight oil looks like. My tongue is a legacy, my lips don't lie. Even if I decide to slick my hair down with lie. See, I was taught to spit truth even when silence isn't style. You call it slang, I call it survival. You call it sass, I call it revival. Every word I drop is a prayer they didn't burn, and every line I spit is a lesson you still gotta learn. You love my souls, but not my soul. You chase my rhythm, could care less about my goals. Put me in a box, try to steal my goals, say I'm angry, but baby, I'm whole. I wear my hair like armor, my voice like a drum line. My hips swing like the stories of 1,000 bloodlines. And when I walk, that's a feat, not just my feet. So when you see me, don't just stare, understand. My beauty ain't for your view. It's for my grandmother's hands. For all the callous palms that picked cotton and prayed, for the ones who didn't make it, but left fire in my veins. I'm speaking from my roots. Poem. Clock that, clock that, clock.
Yeah, I actually like it. Honest feedback. To me, it started off a little slow, but once you got into it, well, not like into it, like maybe like after 10 seconds, then I was like, okay, I see where this is going. Then I started feeling like this is feeling like Beyonce inspiration. Then I was like, okay, it's feeling like paying homage to your history, especially when you gave that line of Louisiana, knowing where your family is from and stuff like that. Um, and I like how you said, even if I lay my hair down with lie, like basically, I feel like you're talking to an audience of people who are not like they not like us. They not like us. Like people of different cultures and different things who may judge us and things, but also speaking to ourselves and speaking to the discomforts, I guess, of what we have. Like I remember some people would be dishonest about wearing have if they had a perm or not, or feel some type of way that they wore whatever style, like if they wore afro and their natural hair, but the thing was to get doobies or wear perms and things like that, and they didn't fit in. So just being proud of whatever your heritage is, however you want to style yourself, that's your definition, and nobody else can have that. So I like that you I like the poem, and I don't think it's not finished.
I don't think it's finished either.
No, I
This is
said I don't think it's not finished. Like I think it's a good poem.
um I still want to go back through and workshop some of my lines. This is actually the first time I'm reading it out loud. I tried reading it my first time reading it to somebody else. I've
Okay.
tried reading it for myself and find my rhythm, but I still feel like there's some lines in there I want to change. Originally, it was supposed to be a poem about beauty, and then as I kept writing, I kept thinking about my hair and the way other people may perceive me, but how I perceive myself. But then thinking about like where I'm from, and then like the roots of being black in our style and how things are basically stolen from us and never not getting any credit. I'm also paying a little homage to one of my older poems. So I was like, let me just find my rhythm. So as I was writing, I just let it became what it was.
Mhm.
Aside from the original idea that I had, and I'm liking where it started to go. So maybe I'll share it again one day, the final version of it, perform it. I got summers coming up, so I definitely want to hit up some open mics and get some more feedback. But I do appreciate your honest feedback from my first read through.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I'm excited. I'm also excited that my pen and my creative ideas, I've been starting to come up with some new things. Because for a while I felt like I've been in like a creative rut. Like I didn't have like any more creative ideas coming out of me. And I'm like, dang, I haven't written anything in a while.
Mhm.
So I'm like, I like the fact that these ideas are starting to formulate again. I'm starting to feel creative, getting back into my little creative bag. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was nice to write this, but also pay a little homage to my ancestors. It was nice. You heard the Louisiana breeze in there.
Yeah, I think so. Now knowing that this is the first time you read it out loud to someone, that's probably why it felt like I'm slow in the beginning. So after you gain your confidence and like feel the poem and don't have any like maybe I should tweak and twerk that line, then I
Yeah,
I think it's fine. And I also feel like you hit the mark of expressing what beauty is, because beauty runs deeper than what we see on the outside and things like that. I feel like the mark was hit and you added more to it, more substance. So you're good.
thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
Shout in the comments. Y'all feeling it? Y'all should I workshop it again? What's good? But that brings us to a close for this segment of Sweet 223, and now we are heading over into
Hot topics.
we were waiting for that one.
Yeah. Let's go.
Leg up.
Okay, y'all, we are now in our calf segment of our podcast episode where we're talking all things beauty. Beauty and a little booty. It's like, nah, no booty. No BBLs this episode. So we are going to talk about different routines of things that it takes to be beautified, meaning how much it costs, appointments, serums, breakouts, bank accounts, all that stuff. So let's
Yeah.
get into it. What does your beauty routine entail, Monie?
I mean, I guess it would in regards to what a beauty routine to me is, because I
Yeah,
guess
what's that? What's that?
I would say the most I have as far as a routine is my face and my hair. Those are the only routine things that I would consider routine, because everything else is like an every now and again thing, or if I'm trying to save money, or like I actually don't need this, or am I going on vacation, type thing. So I would say it mostly has, and I would say my body. I would definitely say my body, because I definitely like to take my time when I get out the shower and rub the body down. So I would have to say I definitely have a skincare routine that I've been honing into just to ensure that I stop my facial breakouts. So I do have a routine for that, where I'll do a facial cleanser, I'll do a toner, I have a serum, I do a moisturizer and SPF, and it's actually been helping. It took me a while to find the right serum, because when you start using new products on your face, you get sort of a breakout when your face is getting used to a new product. So you have to decipher whether or not it's an actual breakout, or if it's your skin getting used to the new product, basically like peeling away the old skin so you can have the new fresh layer of skin based on using this new product. So at first I was a little scared, but I knew it wasn't a breakout because it wasn't like acne bumps. It was more so like soft raised little red bumps. That's usually not red, but like it's hard to explain. I can't remember what the medical term for it's called, but it's like small raised bumps when your face is going through the transition of a new product.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing that. My face has been clearing up. My dark spots have been going down. So I'm like, I'm enjoying actually having the routine of actually taking care of my face. That I actually do enjoy. One thing that I want to add though is like my own personal nail care. So not even necessarily me going to get my nails done. I decided to take a break from my nails, give my nails an opportunity to grow and breathe. But I want to actually start doing my own like cleaning of my nails and clipping and getting the tools to actually like get in and clean my nails. Where can I save some money? Not necessarily cutting any corners, but I feel like that's something that I could do for myself to actually make me feel good about myself in the routine of like self care. And then, of course, my hair. Now, one thing about my hair, I do not have the patience to do my own hair anymore, and I will dish out cash real quick to have somebody else do it for me. So,
Mm-hmm.
yes, oftentimes I do have my hair in braids. It's quick, it's easy. I can style it. It works for me. Majority of the time, that's what it's going to be. But then also, I do like to take my time in regards to washing my hair. Like that routine within itself, the putting on the hair mask, the washing, the conditioning, the leave-in conditioning, and that whole routine, that I really enjoy, especially when it comes to like really get into the roots and actually like taking care of my hair and then doing the twist out and styling. That, as far as what I do by myself, that's what I love to do for my hair. But I know for a fact, in regards to hair, I need to start going to get a trim. I cannot remember the last time I've had a trim.
Wait, let's not wait. Let's just do what we do now. So, in regards to your care, your beauty care or beauty routine now, you like to take your shower and lather yourself down. You like to
Yeah,
get your hair done, and you
yeah,
said one more thing that you like to do.
facial routine.
Your facial routine. Okay, so for me, what I do right now, my definition or what I consider a routine is the same as yours. Something that I stick to and I'm adamant about that I have to do is face. So I have to like do my steps of making sure that I use my Tatcha cleaning serum to wash my face. Sometimes I'll add the Neutrogena with the little bees in it
Mm-hmm.
to actually feel like I'm exfoliating my face. And then I use the first serum with the vitamin D. or is it vitamin C? I think it's vitamin C. Or maybe it's E. It's so many vitamins that we use to take care of our faces. And then I put the top cream on top. So I have to make sure that I do that. If I skip a step, then I feel a little off. Like I don't know what it is, but my face loves the products that I use. And then at night, pretty much washing my face the same way, but I use a night cream instead of the day cream. Why does it matter? I'm sure there's a science to it, but my face loves it. Like when I stop, because I'm like, this is expensive. All these products that I'm buying, like one little thing of Tatcha costs $85. And then the night cream thing is like $70. It lasts a long time, but sometimes when you need all these products at one time, it's like, oh my God, this is very expensive. But like I said, my skin loves it. I never had a breakout from it before. Speaking of breakouts with that, things change. So when I was younger, I remember it was Clearasil. So I would wipe my face with the Clearasil pads and then use those things. But I was also watching my cousins who are older than me by 1 year and then more. And I would see Ronald using the Clearasil and then my older cousins like using stuff because they're breaking out and things like that. I didn't really experience a breakout. Thank God. Those, we all have our things that we're happy for and not happy for. Skin, taking care of skin, that's not something that I had to worry about. So when I did see people on social media using like the little stickers for their pimples or like, face scrubs and things like that, I'm following these trends and I'm messing up my own face. So I had to realize I think I went on TikTok. No. I went on Twitter and I said, "Hey, facial girlies or facial routine girlies, what do I use for my face because it's breaking out? I've been using the scrubs." They were like, "Oh, you're only supposed to use that every 3 or 4 days, not every day." And I was like, "That's why my face dry and breaking out." Like how when you were talking, I was thinking, everything is not for everybody. So it's good that you went to your doctor because one thing that may work for one skin type is not going to work for another skin type. So that's what I had to learn about the journey. And then the only other thing routinely that I do is hair, which is expensive too. For the longest, even when I was wearing wigs, my wigs were not $20 wigs. I would spend, I think the least that I spent was maybe like if it's on sale, I'll get like a nice bust down for $75 on sale, girl. But it'll be human hair with the waves and everything. And then the most I spent probably like not bundles, just wigs, like four something on the wig. No, yeah, it was for something on the wig. That was for my birthday during COVID. I think my 30th birthday. That was a nice wig, bro. That was a nice wig. But yeah, hair is expensive. And now with my pixie, when I first got this pixie, I paid two something for the cut, the perm, the coloring, and what else she do? I guess styling or whatever. If I go for a wash and curl, that's $65. And then if I go for like regular maintenance, I think it's like 175. So that's something that is I have to budget all the time. But I'm the same as you. I don't want to show my nails because they look so bad. But when I was in it, I was making sure, okay, every 4 weeks or whatever, whenever my nails was having that newness, okay, I'm going to go get my nails done. Um, it wasn't like that when I was younger. I didn't really care much about it. I thought it looked funny to have paint on your nails. Like your nails are supposed to be natural. Why you got color on it? That's how I was. Yeah, I know. Even like when I was in my 20s too, and sometimes I go back and forth. Like that looks weird. It should just be clear. So I have my little things, but for sure, face routine, hair routine, bathing. I have to bathe before I get in the bed most times. I ain't gonna lie, like sometimes if I'm exhausted, then I'll be like, all right, it's almost time to wash these sheets. I'm about to get in this bed or whatever. But most times I have to brush my teeth twice a day. And I think that came from when I had braces. I'm getting into the habit of at that time I was brushing my teeth 3 times a day. But now morning and night and sometimes in between I have to brush my teeth. So that's a routine that I have too.
When you say beauty, I didn't even think about my teeth. It just say skin, hair, and nail.
Yeah, I thought about it because when you started talking about bathing, and I started thinking, what am I almost always in the bathroom for. And it's an expense too because I can't use Crest. I can't use like regular brand toothpastes. I have to use Sensodyne or I forget the other brand of toothpaste. My teeth don't like Crest. My teeth don't like those other toothpastes. And then I have to use, now I'm learning a soft, medium, and hard toothbrush and battery versus. So it's a part of my beauty. Like before getting braces, I would smile, making sure that my bottom lip covered like this. Because I was embarrassed about my smile, and then it wasn't until I got braces, like even with my braces, people would be like, "Oh, you have a nice smile," but I would hide my smile because I hated it. So now you'll see me smiling all the time because I'm confident about my smile.
Yes, absolutely. I smile because I paid for my braces. I don't have my mama or my daddy. Braces came out of my pocket.
Yeah. Let's see. Do you want to talk about specific products that you use for your beauty care?
What is it called? It's CeraVe. I use CeraVe products because that's what the dermatologist recommended for me to use. I believe that's how you pronounce it. But for
Yeah.
the moisturizer and as far as my toner and my face soap, moisturizer, it's all CeraVe. That's what I use on my face right now. So I'm like keeping the products consistent works for me. The only thing as far as the serum right now, I'm using Good Molecules, and that took at least maybe about almost a week and a half to 2 weeks for my face to get used to that serum. But as far as my facial products, that's what I'm using, CeraVe.
I used to use a product that I loved down because of the owner and black woman and things like that. But what I'm learning also with age, and shout out to Instagram and all the people putting business out there. I was like, I've been using this product for years and my face was fine. Now I'm starting to break out. So I started thinking maybe I'm not cleaning my face as well after the gym, or is it what I'm eating? You know, everything that we put into our body is going to affect not just our face, but our hair, skin on our body, everything like that. Until my cousin, who was using that same product, tried to give me his whole line. And I was like, what? Why are you giving me all this? He was like, it doesn't work for me anymore. And I was like, he said, it breaks me out. I said, it's breaking me out too. He was like, yeah, they changed the, I want to
Formula.
say recipe so bad. What is it?
Formula.
Yes, they changed the formula. So that's how I got into using Tatcha. Most of everything that I use that doesn't change is the Tatcha cleaning serum and the cream. Neutrogena here and there, Sephora brand products here and there, but nothing like you'll always see Tatcha in my bathroom. Shout out to Courtney for always letting us know when the coupons are out. But that's definitely what I use, and I don't mind using that. Like I said earlier, it's expensive to use that, but I know it works for me. I know it lasts me for this amount of months, and I know I'm going to catch a sale to get more of it. So I plan that because that's what my body appreciates.
Absolutely. Come on, Prada.
So, talking money, if your money is tight, what's something in your routine that you may skip? An appointment that you might skip? Whether it's something that, okay, this is always in my routine, or I do here and there.
My
So,
nails.
okay.
Yeah, I would definitely skip not my feet, but my hands. I skip my hands. My hands, whatever. I work with them all day. That's fine. Every now and again, if I'm not actually getting like the tips onto my nails, I will get just a regular gel manicure. But my feet, them feet gotta get hit. Them feet gotta be rubbed. Them dogs gotta be loved down. Okay, exactly. I need a good scrubbing. Scrub the bottom of my feet. Take the dead skin off. Get in between them toes.
Yes.
Done. I need my feet loved down. Okay.
And the nails too. Be dead skin man.
I can't do myself. That's why I said for my nails, I'll start my own routine for that. But my feet,
Mm-hmm.
I need to go to my favorite spot up the block so they can show my feet some love while I'm getting that
Oh
massage.
my God.
I be when you be sitting in the massage, like
Shaking, shaking.
I'm definitely skipping that. And one thing, I think that'd be probably the only thing I skip is my nails. I don't skip a step in my face unless I forget by mistake. Like, dang, I didn't put the serum on. Whatever, I'll be all right. Let me just put my moisturizer on. But I'm not skipping my hair. I'm not skipping my hair. The only thing that I have skipped over the past few years, like I was saying earlier, is a trim.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to actually make an appointment to be after these. I take these braids out to actually go get a trim and see what the actual length of my hair is.
Mm-hmm.
And go get braids again. My hair might end up right up at the top of my.
No, it's not.
But had a trim in since my hair started growing out, because I just wear my afro, I get my hair braided, I braid it up, put a wig on. I haven't even thought to go to a salon to actually properly get my hair trimmed in years. So I
Yeah.
don't know what she looking like when she get treated right.
Hmm. She's gonna be glowing more once you get it.
We gonna see after I take these braids out what Joy gonna be looking like when she finally loved right.
Girl, I wasn't even thinking about. It's funny. I sat here thinking about my hands, and I'm trying not to put them in the camera because they look so atrocious right now. But yes, feet for sure. That's something that I can't skip. So when I was younger, I loved giving myself my own little pedicure, like with the little bath. You know, the pedicure bath that you can have at home. The tools
Pose.
Yes, they sell the tools at the salon. They used to sell a sticker. They probably still do sell the little stickers. You could put a little flower on your toe and everything. Give myself a pedicure, but I can't get that ingrown. Like I get ingrown toenails, so I can't get it like how the lady at the salon can. And I also feel like I've lost the patience that it takes to actually get in there like I'm supposed to. So that's definitely at least once a month I'm going to get a pedicure cuz for me my toes tell me it is time. And the Lion King voice, it is time to go get that pedicure because my toe will start hurting or my toenails are too long. Maybe I have my own nail clippers. I have the little cuticle cutter. I have all those things. But like I said, I'm going to walk down the street. I'm going to drive some cities down to my favorite nail salon and get that taken care of. I wish I could do my own nails, like acrylics and stuff like that. There are at least two people that I follow on Instagram. They took their time. Actually, one of my cousins too. So that's three people. During the pandemic, everybody was buying up the acrylics and the nails and the gel manicure little machine, everything, and learning. And shout out to them. They learned how to do it. They're able to save money. But for me, that's no my right hand gonna look so busted. And for me too, it's like when I'm sitting there getting my nails done, I cringe so much. I've gotten better over time, but the feeling, that's why I said beauty hurts because it's not comfortable for me to sit there letting them dig in my skin and stuff. I'll be like, "Ugh," like go ahead and get it.
Hey, if you need something real quick, don't sleep on the press ons. They got some really good press ons out there.
Yeah.
Real quick, I'm going to an event. Boop 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 boop. Done. Now I can take them off because if I'm really trying to save somebody, that's something to do. $10. All 10 fingers. What's up?
So speaking of my younger self too, when I was younger, when people would put nails on, I was grossed out by the idea that you're putting glue. Like I thought when people say my nail came off, I thought the whole nail was like ripping off and it's painful and everything. So I'm like, oh, that's gross. Until maybe like 4 years ago now, one of my aunts told me, she's a young aunt, she was like, I said, "Oh my God, I love your nails." She's like, "Girl, these press-ons." I was like, "What?" So we went to Target and we got me some little press-ons, and I even wore press-ons to Choice's wedding. Like, so I'm like, okay. So something quick. I agree with you. Yes, press-ons, but like even looking at my nails now, I can see the skin growing up, and I'm like, I think after we done with this, I might have to walk to get a manicure because I don't want gel because you know when they put gel on, they have to buff your nail down in order to put the gel on. I don't want buffing. I want my natural nail. So can y'all just clean this? Because it's embarrassing how it looks right now. But yeah, a lot of times for me, because of the cost of everything, it's like if I had to cut something, it's not my hair. If you know me personally, like it looks cute, but one of my insecurities is my hair. And I always felt like whatever people's insecurity is, they spend the most money on. For example, people who when they were younger, they maybe had to share clothes with their siblings. Now that they're adults, they're probably splurging a lot on their clothing because they love fashion and they didn't get to experience that as a kid. Or somebody who I don't know, like you felt like you were hiding under your hair all the time or whatever the case may be. Now you're spending a lot of money. You're spending $400 on a wig because you're trying to hide the insecurity. That's my own hypothesis. I never did research or anything like that. So for sure that, but yeah, it's my nails. I wouldn't, I can go a year with not getting my nails done. Not even getting a plain manicure, I can go for that long. But the thing that I've been skipping is that dang on Brazilian wax, baby. I got 12 passes left, and it's just painful sometimes. Like especially
You don't
when
get
you
Brazilian wax.
well when you don't go frequently. and that hair start getting thicker, it be like, ooh, like, oh my God. And I loved before when I had that student ID. I got that student pass. I was getting that discount. Now I'm paying a regular fee. But I got 12 passes, but I don't be booking that appointment.
Book when I'm getting ready to go on vacation. Because other than that, I'm about to nair.
Vacation.
I'm about to nair that thing. I'm about to keep her trim looking cute. But there's no need for me to go and get no wax 24/7. I don't need her. She all right. She good until we need to be outside on vacation. I'm gonna have my little bathing suit on. I need to make sure she looking good. You know what I'm saying? But other than
Yes.
that, I just keep her looking trim, looking nice. Little nair, little shave, little pluck here and there. You know, you gotta
Pluck. Oh my God.
hey, all the hairs don't come out. They do the same thing when you go get a wax. You gotta some of the hairs are a little stubborn. You gotta bloop, pull it out.
When the lady pulls it out, I'll be like, oh, okay, that wasn't bad. I think it's in my mind. Like when I'm trying to pull up, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can only pluck my eyebrows. Speaking of eyebrows, that's something that I've skipped. I think it started in 2018. I want to say Alicia Cole. Alicia Keys had started on her natural journey. I believe it was that year. And she was no makeup, no nothing, just like regular skincare and things like that. So I was like, we spend so much money on beauty. Why do I have to feel like I have to put on makeup. I have to get my eyebrows done. I have to do this. Like, I don't really care to get my eyebrows done. My eyebrows are so thin. So I had went years without getting my eyebrows done until I don't know what hit. Probably I went on a date and I was like, all right, I need to clean myself up a little bit. But yeah, I believe eyebrows would cost around $10 for like a wax. But then I had to stop getting waxed. So if you guys can see, I got marks around my eyebrows. It's because yesterday I got my eyebrows waxed and my skin does not like that. So I started getting it threaded, which costs about $16.
Same.
Yes. And even
I started.
I was going to the boutique at the mall, like how they have the stands.
Oh, $6. When I get my eyebrows done, it's $6. Both brows.
Wow. I need to come over there. Wow. Okay. So, dang, I was spending money. Shoot. All right. All right. The more you know.
It says $20. Chin, cheeks, lip, eyebrows. I give him a tip. Maybe $20.
Let's hang out. Oh my God. All right. So now I know. Excuse me. But yeah, like when I was saying earlier, your face likes different things. So the waxes mess up my face. I would get threading, which for me when I was paying was $16. Um dang, I forgot what I was saying because the price.
It threw you off. Wait, what?
Yeah. So yeah. So then I was spending a lot of money on Anastasia. The little pop the stuff for your makeup and everything. Every single day for work, I would make sure I was doing my eyebrows. I'm not a makeup girly where like sometimes you'll see me on a podcast, maybe if I'm going out for a special occasion, like Beyonce or something, I'll put makeup on. More so because of like I know the people I'm going to be with may have makeup on. I know I'm probably going to want to do a lot of girly videos and stuff like that. Maybe I'll put makeup on. But I would make sure that if I didn't have foundation or anything else, I had the tools and everything for my eyebrows because my eyebrows are so thin. Like it felt non-existent. To other people, they be like, "Oh, yeah, you got eyebrows, you got good eyebrows." But to me, I'm like, it's not given. Like I needed to pop more, so I paid to get my eyebrows tinted. They call it tattooing. The first time I went was in January, and I paid $200 to get them done. But with this person, the touch-ups are free. Like you get a touch-up every 4 to 6 months. It depends on your eyebrows. Not everybody's the same. But also with that, because she believed that my eyebrows looked fine and it didn't need much, then I get two more touch ups. So I go again in December or January after this heals and everything like that. So now I use Anastasia less. I only use it when I'm putting on foundation so it could pop a little bit more. But the expenses that we pay, I just said I paid $200 to get my eyebrows tinted because of something that I didn't feel comfortable. But I was spending probably that on the Anastasia, making sure that I had makeup in my makeup bag and all the other things.
Yeah, when you add up all the prices and everything that you're using. I know one thing I wanted to consider. I was thinking about getting my eyelashes, but every time I look at my eyelash, I'm like, girl, you just need some mascara. And if I really want to make it dramatic, I'll do some strips and I'll take them right back off. I
Mm-hmm.
have will hardly ever see me wear lashes because if you can see now, I just
can
have
see people from here.
long lashes. I don't need the extra, so that works out for me having long lashes. But I definitely make sure that the girl hit the eyebrows. If I put makeup on, eyebrows first, baby. Mind you, it costs 99 cents. I can make do with a cheap pencil.
Yeah, for me, I was using a pencil at first, but me using a pencil looked like this. Like, if y'all don't know about tints, it's gonna lighten up after some days. It's gonna come off. If you look at me some episodes later where I don't have makeup on, that's how it looks. But me putting just the pencil, I'm not good with that. Like, everybody has their own thing. So to me, it looked like I took a marker and drew the line on my face. So I had to use the powder and use the brush to stroke it. And yeah, that stuff adds up.
It does. Save.
Yes. So what about appointments? How do you go about making hair appointments or scheduling? And girl, you're so busy. You have school, you have work, you have friends and naps and Netflix and all the other stuff. How do you?
Girl, I'm blessed. I walk in. I don't make no appointment, especially when it comes to the braids. It'd be like first come, first serve. So when I know when they open, I'm here.
Mm,
My hair, I'll be there as soon as they open. You open at 10 a.m. Beautiful. I'm right at the door at 9:59. Braid my hair. So I'm usually the first person in the seat. I get blessed when I go get my nails done. I never make an appointment. I just go in and get my nails done, and I'm not in there longer than an hour.
mhm.
No longer than an hour, hour 15, depending on how many people are in there. I be in and out. So
Yes.
the only thing I really make appointments for, like I get a massage or something, like that's what I would make an appointment for. Chiropractor, things like that. But my hair, my nails, I honestly, I just walk in. But
That's
like when I go
nice.
get this trim, I'm gonna make an appointment
Mhm,
because usually for beauty salons, it's beneficial for you to make an appointment because it's work more different than a braiding spot.
mhm. Yeah.
So I have more time when the school year is over. I just be like, when can you get me in? I'll be here.
Absolutely love my current hairstylist because I remember when I hit her up on Instagram, she was referred to me. I hit her up on Instagram and I said, "So, how do I go about booking? Do you have a website?" Because everybody has these apps and you have to literally go online, book an appointment, put down $25 or whatever the fee that they have. Yep, I've experienced it before with other hair salons. And then it's like you got to keep the appointment, or if you don't cancel within this certain amount of time, then you get charged or you don't get your feedback or whatever the case may be. So when she told me, "Oh, I'm old school, just let me know, I'll put you in the book," I was like, and she's around my age, so the fact that not every person, like people like to label, "Oh, these young people do this, these young people do that, all they want to do," da, 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 da." No, not everybody's like that. So I just text her now, "Hey, can I come in Friday or Saturday as early as I can?" That's the key. It doesn't matter what day, as early or as late as I can. I do not like sitting around.
Mm-hmm.
So I get in there 10:30. I'm out by 1 because I got to sit under the dryer for about an hour so that my hair can mold. But they play the TV shows and things like that. So I'm entertained while I'm there and I hear people talking. So I'm entertained while I'm at the hair salon. But that's just a breeze just to know that you have somebody who's skilled at what they do and you don't feel pressure because with my experience with booking for people who have the online portals, you go online and they're booked for the whole month. And then maybe like 2 weeks, in 2 weeks you'll get a text, "Hey, is the availability on Thursday at 5?" Like people are just booking to plug their names in so they can get in the seat, and then they're canceling. And then you feel pressure to like, dang, I gotta call out of work to get that 3 o'clock appointment because I like this person. No, I wanna let you know when I'm available, like how they used to do when I used to be a little girl on Easter, get my hair done. Like all these booking and stuff, it makes it so difficult. And then putting out $25 just to book an appointment is bananas. It's a lot. With nails, both of the nail salons that I go to used to only be walk-in only, but since the pandemic they started the appointments. So for the longest, we'll always get lucky, like you said, and just go in and be serviced, whether it's my hands or my feet. I never got my mustache done, but whether it was my hands or my feet, I was always lucky. But now I'm particular when it comes to my acrylics, who I want to do my hands. So I'm always asking for Amy. And it's been so many times that I've gone in, especially coming from work, coming from New York back to Jersey on these certain hours, during rush hour, and they close by 7. Maybe booked and busy, so I learned to book an appointment with her, and she abides the appointment for sure. And I like that she knows me. I like that she, has conversation. We had the nail salon talk conversation before with your cousin. So for my nails, when it comes to Amy, I'll book. But today I'm walking, and whoever can help me can help me. And I don't care about that. But my braiding, actually, when I did get box braids some years ago, that was appointment too, because that braiding shop was very popular, like very 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 popular spot that they took walk-ins too, but they honored the appointments first. But other spots that I've been to, I remember when I was a little girl and I got braids, my mom would always take me at the crack of, like, I'm sleepy and I'm coming out the door to go sit in that seat so I can be, first dibs, because they didn't take appointments. It was whoever got there first gets in the seat first. So I've had both experiences: appointments by the old book, appointments by the new books, walk-ins and get treated, appointment and get seated first. I've had it all, but I don't know, like, for a person that's busy, I like both, actually. Like, I like knowing, okay, at 10 o'clock I have to be at the hair salon, and then do everything else. And I like, oh my god, I got so much stuff going on. I just want to run in and run out. Like, it just depends on how life is going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, after this, I'm gonna make my appointment for my trim, which is funny because it's right next to the braiding spot.
Oh, thanks for saying trim. I forgot. So why I like to go early is because, yes, your appointment may be 12:30, but if somebody is still finishing up something else, you gotta wait. So one time I took my boyfriend to get a trim because he has braids. So we took out his braids, and I took him to get a trim. His appointment, I think it was at 2, no, at 12:30 or something like that. Whatever time it was in the afternoon. Not my 10 o'clock. It was not my 10 o'clock. I was like, "Are you sure? Like, you should go early." But she was already booked. We had to sit there for a while because she already had two other heads. Mind you, it was because they were in and out. Like, one was in the dryer, one was getting their hair washed, and then he was next. But I'm like, this is why I like to get there first, in and out, opposed to having to wait. But yeah, it's an experience. It takes a lot of time. It takes money.
But I will forever dish out money on my hair. I don't play about my hair.
Yeah.
I don't play about my hair.
Do you feel like you get pressure from society or family or anything else to keep up with your hair or other things?
Do what I want, when I want, how I want, because I want to do it. I don't wear makeup to work unless I want to. Majority of the time, I will not, which is why I don't have to spend a lot of money on makeup because I don't wear it every day. And if I do, I don't do like a full beat. Like I do something like what I have right now. Like I don't need a lot of makeup, and then I also don't feel like I need makeup to go outside.
Mhm.
It just isn't. It doesn't. I don't. I'm not concerned with what other people think about what I choose to put on my face or what I don't. It's up to me. It's my body, and what I choose to do is my choice.
Yeah.
I used to feel a certain way though. Like my mom would be like, "Put your eyebrows on, put some makeup on," like when doing certain things. Um, she don't really be like that no more. Like you got an interview, put a little makeup on. You got an interview. Don't wear that. Don't wear that wig. Don't wear that color.
Hmm.
But other than that, no. It's just at this point, I'm at a place where I'm comfortable with what I choose to do, with how I look. I'm confident enough to, you know, go any kind of way. When I put makeup on, I got makeup on with a sweatsuit. I could have no makeup on with an actual suit. Like it just depends on how I feel for that day.
So
Like
I was thinking, should I clap or snap? Um, when I was a lot of my pressure comes from when I was younger, opposed to now. Sometimes I'll hear things from friends, and I just let it roll off my shoulder because it's very annoying for me when people who let me start there. I've never shown anyone how my hair actually looks without color in it, without, like, even when I showed you my hair when you were here,
Mhm.
that wasn't how my hair looks without color in it. Like, when I washed it, the color is gone. So, like, I've had people, I'm having a conversation about my hair, which I don't like. And they're like, oh, your hair is not thin. It just needs this or it just needs that. And it's like, you don't really know my struggle. So stop trying to band aid it and stop trying to like hype it up. So a lot of the insecurities that I experience comes from when I was younger. My breast. I remember one time, like, it's just so sad how all these grown ups impact us. So when I was younger, I remember um I was standing on the porch and I said, yeah, I weigh 118 pounds. Mind you, I'm sure she was joking, but I was not like a preteen, maybe like 12 years old, if anything. And my aunt was like, that's because your body 100 pounds and each titty is 9 pounds. It's funny to say, right? It's funny to say, but at an age where I'm not even 13 years old yet, and I have the body of a grown up, because I remember this man on the bus would not let me on the bus because he thought, based off of my body, that I was an adult. Um, that when my peers have size A boobs and I have size C boobs, I was very insecure about how my body was. So for her to say that, it weighed on me till I would wear baggy shirts. I would not wear a bathing suit. Like I would always wear a t-shirt over my bathing suits. I remember one time I was at this pool party and all the grown-ups, like I felt like they were looking at me, but it felt like heat, like beaming on me, and I left the pool party early because it felt uncomfortable. At that point I probably was like 13 or 14, and everyone's looking like, that's a kid with that kind of body. So my friend's mom went to get me a t-shirt because I told her that I felt uncomfortable, and she got me a t-shirt so I could cover up and still like get wet at the pool party and everything. But that made me subconscious about my body. And then it's so many that I could share, but I'm not going to delve into everything. But my hair, my mom made sure my hair stayed done, whether it was Easter, whether it was just going to school, being alive. Shoot, my hair was getting done, okay? Doobies back then were $15, $10, $15. You go every other week to get you a doobie. Meanwhile, now, especially when we moved to Atlanta, I remember having to pay 50 something dollars to get what looked like a doobie. Like, bro, this is expensive. You sure it's not $10? So like I remember being in line in sixth grade and everyone snickering and like whispering and stuff, and I'm like, what y'all talking about? And my friend was like, oh, they talking about you. They saying that you don't got edges or something like that. Ever since that day, I made sure to like cover it up and like do my own little flat twist in the front with the curls in the back, like try to make it nice so that I felt accepted and not teased anymore. Mind you, after that day, I never heard anyone talking about it or teasing me, but it just took that one thing to make me feel insecure to a point where I started to damage my hair more because I'm putting heat in my hair every day. I'm begging my mom to give me a halo. A halo is when you just get the perm around the edges of your hair and not a full perm. And my mom would say, it's not time yet, it's not time. But I was begging because I didn't want to get teased. I wanted everything to look slicked and laid and be perfect. So that ran into my adulthood where I'm covering up with wigs and weaves, which is pulling my hair more and more and more. So as of now and today, I can say I don't care, but it's also I've learned to mask it. I've learned to cover up my insecurities by like my stomach. I'm not insecure about it, but I'm like, dang, I need to tighten this thing up. Because when I was younger, my aunt would always say I was the big one and stuff. I don't think she was like trying to like say anything to me, but I always compare myself to her daughters who at that age were always skinny, and I was like I always had a gut and stuff like that. Covering my body or covering my hair, masking those things to protect myself from being teased, like on social media and TV. What's the common thing that you hear on Housewives? Oh, we about to snatch some edges. Like it's a saying, but I really got my edges snatched. So it's like I'm trying to protect myself from, getting teased from all those things. So it's all from when I was younger, but I'm also seeing what's being done now, and I'm not gonna let myself be bullied in that form.
And you should not. Absolutely not. You want to say it out loud.
She said F them, y'all, and she put up her middle finger if you're not one.
What?
Yeah, so that's why I said when I said earlier that I believe a lot of people who are insecure about anything or didn't have something when they were younger, that's where we spend a lot of our money on. So this isn't on our agenda, but I wanted to add this regarding beauty industry and things like that. I was wondering how much money is spent in those things. So regarding US cosmetics in 2023, $62.97 billion was spent. And it was estimated for 2024. I don't see the numbers yet, but the estimate was $66.47 billion for cosmetics only. So makeup and skincare, things like that. For hair care products, like your shampoo, your conditioners, your gel, all those things, 13.6 oh, actually sorry, $13.86 billion spent. And this is just USA. All these numbers are USA. For nails, $15 billion in 2024. And then because we like clothes and shoes, I decided to put that in there. Simone and apparel, 2025 in the USA, $365.7 billion in revenue. And lastly, for your favorite shoes in 2025, $55.8 billion in revenue.
2024?
Yeah, thank you. That's what I meant.
So that's 2025.
Yeah, 2024. That's a lot of money we spend. That's why I said earlier, I was like, dang, I'm in the wrong career.
I was just about to say, like, for those in that industry, it's definitely, especially, I've never seen, I can't say I've never seen, I've hardly ever seen an empty hair salon, nail salon, braiding shop, like,
Yeah.
hardly ever seen it empty. Like, and I thought it was crazy when I first moved to New York that every other spot that I saw was either nails, eyebrow threading, hair, a braiding shop, like just
Waxing.
right. Every other building was. I'm like, dang, do they need this many on this block? But they not empty. They making money. Like, yeah, I know for a fact that if I go to one threading spot and if they were full, I would just go to the next one. They still give me $6. They still they still gonna get the job done. But I want to go to the other lady so I can use my rewards card. Like, all right, I'll wait. Eyebrow threading only it's not gonna take longer than 10 minutes, if that. So I'll wait. But yeah, thinking about the money, child, I don't even want to. If I had to add it up and like keep track of what I spend as far as shoes, clothes, hair, nail, face,
Yeah.
I want to go into what I have spent. Especially when it comes to like my body care. Like I spend a lot of money on lotion, body oils, body spray, body wash. I think that's probably what I spend. I spend more money on that than I spend on makeup. Like as far as like putting things onto my body, make my body smooth and smell good. Yeah, I spend a lot of money there, and then it's for my hair. I be experimenting with hair products because I be trying to figure out what work, what don't. I have too many shampoos, conditioners, gels, edge controls.
Yeah. Especially for the different styles that you wear too. Everything needs its own little thing.
It does. It does. And now I'm thinking about it. Now I got to make sure I got enough shampoo for when I do get my hair done. Because I'm gonna have to wash it.
Mine is honestly an answer that I would not be able to give. And I was thinking about that before we record. I'm like, dang, are we gonna say how much we spend or each month? Because it's an answer I cannot give. Like I can tell you, okay, else cost a pedicure costs $25 and this costs that. But can I tell you what I spent in May or January? I can't. Why? It's difficult because as far as the products that I keep in my home, I learned a lot from my friend Courtney and from my mom, which is I buy in bulk and I also buy couponing. So like when Sephora has their yearly deals or Ulta or Tatcha, like I try to buy. Okay, I think last year I used three of these, so I'll buy three and then I won't open because I also learned about shelf life, which is also why I'm not buying as many shampoos. So I'm like, dang, I can't have this just sitting. That means I'm gonna have to throw it away. I save by getting all my Bath and Body Works at the end of the year during the Christmas deals. I'm buying like while I'm buying gifts for others, I'm buying a whole box of stuff for the free shipping. Then I have lotion. Girl, one time I went in my mom's closet to get something, and I was like, "What's this box?" I opened the box, a whole thing of lotions and body wash from Bath and Body Works. I forgot I had. I was like, "God is good," because I didn't have no money at that time. I was like, woo. Actually, I was preparing to go to the mall because I thought I ran out. But I opened that box at the right time, baby. I was like, ugh. So because I typically at the end of the year or whenever the deals are going on, I buy. I can't say, okay, this is what I spend. Even my toothpaste. When Target had a buy three get three, I bought all my toothpaste. I don't know the last time I bought toothpaste. I'm still on the one. I'm still using the ones that I got from the sale. Like, and I brush my teeth at least twice a day.
What is it called? My foundation. When I had that subscription to get my foundation, I had to stop because every 3 months I was getting one. But I also realized a little goes a long way. So I would still have half a tube. Here come the next one. And I kept forgetting to cancel. So I still have 3 tubes of foundation that I have not used. So
Dang.
luckily they still good. But I'm just like, I didn't need that subscription no more because I don't wear makeup every day and I only use a teeny bit.
But I wish, excuse me, I wish I knew so I could be more aware of what I'm spending my money on. So maybe I'll challenge myself. What's today's date? We in June now.
Today is June 1st. As
All
we're
right. So I'm gonna start writing down. This may not happen, but I would like to write down how much I'm spending. But it's still hard because I have shampoo, conditioner. I don't need to buy those things. But I would like to know, like, okay, once I open this bottle, how long is it lasting me? That's gonna take some time because right now I'm in between products right now. Yeah, and I share too. The one thing I love about sleepovers with girls and some guys too. When I say guys, y'all, I mean like if I stay at my cousin house or like my boyfriend house, I don't be sleeping at guys' houses. But like when oh Monie, I forgot this. Here you go, girl. No, that's what I'm saying. Like when I go to your house and I'm like, oh, I forgot to pack this. Or I forgot lotion. Oh, here you go. Like, things like that. So I like that. But I do try to buy travel size things so I can have my own whatever I like to use. Do you have anything else you want to share about beauty or something that we didn't touch?
What did we not touch? We talked about pricing, we talked about hair, we talked about nails, I feel like we talked about majority of the things. We even talked about makeup. I even talked about what I want to add to my routine. I will update y'all when I get the trim. I'll let y'all know how that goes.
I do want to say one thing that, aside from the clear sale and stuff like that and prices, something that changed for me is me caring.
Mm.
When I was younger, I would get in the shower, hop out, and go about my day. But now I'm like, okay, even though your skin cells die off, this is my biggest organ. My skin is my biggest organ that I want to have for the rest of my life. I have to make sure that I treat it the way that it needs to be treated with the proper moisture, the proper care, and things like that. Young Yaya will shower down and be out. This Yaya, I'm making sure I moisturize head to toe, everything. Also, the types of products that I'm using. I remember I used to get just whatever the drugstore had regarding washing my hair and caring for it. Now I'm making sure that it has I'm using the proper oils or I'm using the proper whatever, like what my hair likes. Like I remember I don't want to say names, but even though they have big names, their products aren't the greatest for me. But when I came home from Paris, my hair was so crunchy because I didn't take any products with me. It was so crunchy. As soon as that Sacred touched my hair, and I'm not saying this because I love Beyonce, I'm saying this because the product worked. Beyonce's line and Tap the Brown shampoo and conditioner, my hair loves it so much. I will not stop buying that product unless something happens that I can't afford it no more or they go out of business. Knock on wood, they don't. But like the main thing is learning what products work for you. And like I said, that's what changed me caring about what I'm doing. Trims, I wouldn't care. I'll go forever without getting a trim. Now I'm like, okay, I see a split in and I'm educated. I know that this is not good because it's gonna like whatever. Like I know these things, so I'm like, I gotta spend $15 for somebody to cut my hair when I know how to do it myself, but at least it won't be a whoopsie kind of thing.
So yes, that makes
The more
sense.
you know.
Of maturity, the more you know, the better you do. That's not the quote, but y'all understand what I'm saying.
The more you know. To close off this segment, I want to say that what comes to my mind all the time when I think about beauty is that it's in the eye of the beholder. I might look at Omarion and say, damn, he fine. Somebody else might look at him and say, he ugly. Y'all, beauty is just care about what you feel, how you feel about how you look, or what makes you happy. That's what matters, not what society is saying or other people are saying. They're probably saying that because they hate it about themselves, or they probably boasting that one thing about themselves to make it shine, but that doesn't dim your light. So beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
And for me, you made me think about love the skin you're in. You can't change it. Like it's just a matter of like how you want to take care of yourself, how you want to look, how you love on yourself. I can't swap this for another one. So I
Right.
gotta I
Take
gotta
it
do
off.
what I need to do, especially when it came to my face, because for a while I shouldn't use this word, but I hated the way that my face looked because of how it broke out. I saw a picture of me from a couple of years ago, and I do know around that time I was super super stressed out. I think it was like 2019. A lot was going on, and I looked happy, but just on my face alone, all the breakouts that I had, and I looked, I was like, "Woo, child!" My face was horrible. So I'm glad that I have been able to find a routine that works for my skin, especially when it comes to my breakouts. Like as an adult, I still have breakouts when I stress out. Like stress shows on my face,
Mhm.
and I can always tell when I'm stressed out because I have a pimple here,
Yeah,
pimple.
it be right there, bro. You always get it on your forehead.
I'll be like, all right, I gotta handle this real quick. So I've also found like as long as I'm taking care of my skin, when I do have a breakout, it won't last long. But it's also a sign to me like, baby girl, you gotta bring them stress levels down. You gotta start taking care of yourself more. So skin is my main thing. But love the skin that you are in. Take care of yourself.
And that, with that, we can wrap it up. I can go on.
We could, but we can't. Maybe we'll do part 2 on another day.
Yes, I can talk forever. It's just so much that beauty entails. But thank you all for listening to this segment of our show. If you have any feedback to us regarding what we shared, or if you want to share something about yourself, let us know in the comments. Make sure that you, I don't know what I was gonna say, but just let us know your thoughts in the comments. Take it away, Mommy. Take the mic from me.
We are heading on over into the community news. It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements. It's time for announcements. If you don't know, you are halfway through this season of Truth Carpet. This is episode 8, coming to a close. Only 8 more episodes to go.
Yay.
Season is almost, woo, man, halfway through. Why don't we halfway through the year, basically?
Yeah, that's crazy. It don't feel like it. It
Don't.
doesn't like time is really flying. I was just thinking the other day, like, dang, it's really June. That's wild.
It's
That's
it's
wild.
it
Yeah.
really it has flown like a bird. It
And
did.
we say this every year. We meaning humans, not just me and Moni. We say the same stuff every year that the time is flying by. But like, if I didn't have to write down the date every day when I'm doing work and stuff like that, I'll be like, it's not June. Like I'm looking outside like it's the beginning of spring. We
Hey,
are in the end of April right now.
that part, but I need the weather to get it together. I got on a sweatsuit today, and it's June 1st. Come on
Mm,
now, what's really going on? What's happening? Tell the weather to get it together.
together. And talking about telling, tell us, tell your friends, tell your family what you think about Truth Carpet episode and well podcast episode, whatever you landed on. But by telling us, it will be with your comments in our comment sections, whether you're on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, wherever you're. We got TikTok too. Let us know. Let
We
us know. But for me, I don't know about for Moni, but for me, it's the subscriptions. Make sure you subscribe to our podcast.
Yes, on YouTube and on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Subscribe with whatever you are using, and when you subscribe, I mean, you could also just, give us a follow on Instagram too. You go to our page, see what we got going on. Don't forget to click the follow button so you can keep up with what we got going on. Everything that you tell us, we truly, truly appreciate, especially the 8 ones since the day one, but we also appreciate the new ones that have come through and shown us some love. We appreciate all the love that we are given.
Here's a heart.
Of our hearts. Oh, look at that. Prepared with the heart. Yes. So wonderful. And make sure that you head on over to www.loveloud.com. That is LoveLoudd. .com. Make sure you add the second D, because if you don't, that's going to be a completely different website. You're going to be like, where are those two girls that was on the podcast? The wrong web address. That was your fault.
Yes. And also, we are on TikTok. We're putting up content now on our TikTok, which is so much fun. So make sure that you follow us on TikTok as well. And yeah.
Yeah.
With
Yep.
that, I think we're done, right?
All right, we have bringing this episode to a close. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back in your ear in what?
I want to know, what's your favorite song about beauty?
My favorite song about beauty? Wow, you
Well,
put me on the spot here, man.
not you. I meant to the people that's listening. Let us know that in the comments too. That would be nice to know.
You can fix your hair if it won't grow. You can fix your nose if it says so. You can buy all the makeup a man can make. But if you can't look inside you and find out who am I to be in a position to make me feel so damn pretty. Yeah, that's the first song that came to mind.
Well, mine was Beauty Hurts, which I tried to sing at the beginning of the episode. But there's so many songs, so let us know in the comments if you have a song that comes to your mind when you think about beauty. And with that, now, sorry, Monie, go back to what you were doing.
And we'll be back in your ears in 2 weeks.
Stay black.
Stay proud.
Bye, y'all.